Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Kefir Scene, and in today's video we're going to be going over the 4 new plushies that they've added in this newest patch for fishing. So if you enjoy paleo content, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and everyone helps, so I really appreciate it. And give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get talking about these brand new plushies. So Singularity 6 has released 4 brand new plushies, as you can see. They're the Mud Minnow, the Red Koi, the Yellow Koi, and the Killama Catfish. And let me tell you what, I love these plushies. I've been asking for fishing plushies for so long, and I'm so happy the Singularity 6 has given them to us. So, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. There really isn't much to going out there and fishing for plushies. I definitely feel like these are one of the easier plushies to get, as you just have to go fishing long enough and you'll literally reel it in. It's like reeling in trash or the treasure chest. Like, you can see it coming in. It's easy to catch and you know exactly what you're getting. So it's definitely one of those where it's really easy to catch, and as I said, you know what you're getting, and you can catch them in every pond. I definitely have been hanging around a lot of Killama Mirror Pond, the Mirror Pond over in Killama, solely because that's where everybody else has been, so it's easier to get that group buff. But literally, I've caught them in my home plot. I've caught them in Bahari. So it's literally any pond, and you can use any form of bait. I have seen all of them be caught on every single bait on my stream, and I have used multiple different kinds of bait, and I've caught multiple different kinds of them so far. So you can literally use whatever you got. Now, if you're wanting to basically min-max or get the most out of your fishing for plushies, I would definitely recommend fishing with glowworms, though, as you can catch giant goldfish in the ponds, and the giant goldfish are used for cooking parties. So if you do attend cooking parties, and specifically cooking parties like poke bowl parties or stuff that requires fish, the giant goldfish are one of the better fish to use for those parties anyways, to make the most money. So I definitely recommend, if farming your plushies at either Killama or Bahari ponds. That way you got a chance of those starred pools forming, and that way you get a chance at starred giant goldfish, because the starred giant goldfish are A, worth more than regular goldfish, and B, you can store them on your plot versus them taking up all of your inventory space in your storage. But yeah, so as I said, there really isn't much to it. It's literally just RNG. You just gotta go out there, you just gotta fish enough, and you just gotta keep throwing your rod out there. Now, there are a few different types of fishing buffs that you can get. You start out by getting Fish Stew. It's pretty much a beginner one. And then you've got the Fisherman's Brew, which you get pretty early on. Fishing in the ponds, actually, if you don't get the recipe, you should get the recipe because you get it from fishing in ponds. But the sushi recipe is super nice. And then you should also get the trout dinner by leveling up your cooking. And then fishing in Bahari rivers actually gives you the sashimi recipe. And when adding on, if you want to use food buffs, they're super nice. You don't really need them for catching these things. They're super easy. But if you just want an easier time catching all the harder fish, then I recommend throwing on some buffs. And if you're throwing on the fishing buffs, I recommend saving Fisherman's Brew for last, as it's it basically adds extra focus to your focus bar. So that it can, so even if you're full, you can still use that one and it'll still allow it to add a little extra. So yeah, and the only big tip I honestly say is, if you're, as long as you enjoy fishing in a group, like, get a friend and go fishing. Because first off, if you're fishing next to somebody, you get that 5 stack and buff that makes it where you can catch those fish quicker. But the big thing, as you can see in this clip right here, oh my god, guys, we got a plushie! Let's go! Oh my god, and that was a double proc plushie! Yeah, that's right. I had a double proc on my my plushie. And that is because I was in a party, and yep, you can get them double procced, and it is awesome, and it feels good to get 2 plushies in one go. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to do some fishing, like, just fish in a party or whatnot. And yeah, I mean, and then the only other thing I will say is, if you're strictly looking for just plushies, you can do a trick where, if you just leave your lure in the water and you basically wait for the fish to come up and down, you can actually see what fish hopped up and down, and you can decide whether or not you want to wait the second round for it to bite again, or reel your rod in so you don't waste your bait. If you're if you want to save your bait. Me personally, if I'm over here trying to catch a whole bunch of fish plushies, I'm obviously going to be trying to level up my fishing too. So I'm definitely going to be, like, catching every fish I can, but that's just for me and what I like personally. But yeah, so, I know we had a great time, and I am now doing fishing parties on Tuesdays. So if you're looking for people to fish with, you can always check me out at twitch.tv/kfiercescene. And yeah, other than that, I think that pretty much covers everything. I said there's not really much to it. I just really just wanted to talk about it because I just love the idea that they added fish plushies, and fishing is my oneness. And I've been waiting for me to be able to have an excuse now to have fishing parties. So I'm now super excited, and I can't wait to go fishing with y'all. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.